Are you going on a trip? Well, I'm Kelly and today I'm here to help you pack. Now let me be clear right from the start, this is not one of those videos that's going to show you how to pack 2 weeks worth of stuff into a carry-on. No, I'm here to show you how to be prepared and organized when you're packing. When I was growing up, I traveled a lot, and luckily my mom was very organized with the packing, but it was always a joke. We always used to say, well, if we forgot it, we'll just buy it. Well, it's not always so easy depending on where you're headed, so you really want to make sure that you are ready to go and have everything that you might need with you. So I would say the first lesson is do not start packing an hour before you are leaving. You want to give yourself days, if not at least a week, to start planning. That gives you plenty of opportunity to do laundry, make the list that we're going to show you in a minute, and try on clothes, buy anything that you discover you don't have, go to the pharmacy and pick up prescriptions. It gives you plenty of time to do all that, so when you are ready to leave, you are ready to leave. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make a list. Now I've just scribbled down an example list here for you to use as a rough template. This is obviously going to make a difference for yourself and your needs, as well as your location and how long you're going for. I have it divided into 3 categories: clothes and shoes, toiletries, and other stuff. Part of being prepared and organized is thinking about all the possible things that could come up that would require you to need something. Again, depending on your location and your individual needs, you may need sunblock and bug spray if you're going to be outside. You might want to bring a first aid kit containing things like Band-Aids, a sewing kit if you wear eyeglasses, an eyeglass kit, and I'm going to show you some of these things in a moment. So we're going to get started here. Showing you some of the things that I have done. I have my clothes laid out here according to what I had on my list. I have 1 pair of pants, 2 pairs of shorts, and a sweater for chilly evenings, a pair of pajamas, and my shirts. It's good if you can try to get your shirts and all of your bottoms to coordinate so you can interchange, because if you spill something on one of them, you don't want to leave yourself high and dry. And I always bring 1 extra of everything. So an extra shirt, an extra pair of socks, an extra everything in case you have issues, which do come up. Here is something that I have packed for this trip. A pair of sandals. I put them in a Ziploc bag. Ziploc bags are my favorite thing for using when I pack and travel. They protect stuff and hold things. You want to put shoes in a bag if they will fit, to protect your clothes that they're next to. Keep them from getting dirty. And zip right up. Keep all the dirt in. These little bags, zip bags, you can use for containing underwear and socks or other items. They come in a variety of sizes. Here's one that's a little bigger. Here's one that's a little smaller. And you can find these in a lot of different materials and colors. These are some really cheap ones. The advantage to the really cheap ones, although they are not as durable, they are very light. And if you're going on an airplane, ounces start to make a difference. You want to make sure that your suitcase isn't overweight. Make sure you weigh it before you leave at your house. You don't want to get to the airport and find out you're overweight. So these, although it may seem like nothing, it all adds up, and these can help you save weight. Same thing with the shoes. You're probably going to have a couple pairs of shoes, even for a short trip. Always pack the lighter one and wear the bulkier one, like sneakers, for instance. Same thing with belt. You probably only need 1 belt for your trip, and so wear it. That's another way to save a little space. So here I just have some sunglasses, might be something you need on your trip if you're going to beach vacation. Things like sunblock or shampoo or lotion that come in big bottles that you can't carry onto the plane, and you're gonna have to put them in your suitcase. Put them in Ziploc bags to protect your clothes, because the pressure from the plane tends to make them leak. And I learned that one the hard way, unfortunately. So now everything goes in a Ziploc bag. Here I have a laundry bag for my trip. This is an actual laundry bag, but you could use a garbage bag, you could use a shopping bag. That's so that when you are there on your trip, you don't have your dirty clothes sitting around your suitcase with your clean clothes. Here we have, these are brand new, so I haven't actually tested them out, but I've used similar things in the past. This is actually a set of travel sheets, bottom and top, and the pillow fits into it and gets covered. I'm a little skeptical of hotel sheets, and so hence the travel sheets, but they are nice and compact. This actually is a little travel blanket. You could even bring it on the plane with you. Some planes are quite cold, and blankets sometimes are in short supply. It even has a little clip, so you could clip it to your carry-on or a handle if you prefer to carry it. A little fold-up hair dryer here, which a lot of hotels have hair dryers, but with more and more people staying at Airbnbs, that isn't always an amenity. So you may want to bring a hair dryer if that's something that's important to you. Cleansing wipes, disinfecting wipes, hand wipes. These are the sorts of things that you can be very happy about sometimes when you are traveling and you don't have access to washing your hands at that moment. This is actually one of my favorite items, which I did a whole feature on in my video on expensive ways to store jewelry. This is actually a pill box, and the little sections open up. I have all my jewelry for my trip. Pair of earrings, the matching necklace is right here, and it's very light. Gives you just a few different sets other than whatever you'll be wearing. It folds up. It can get thrown around. Your jewelry isn't going anywhere. It's not going to get tangled with each other. It's a hard case to protect it. So that is one of my favorite travel things. I mentioned before about Ziploc bags. You should also bring some Ziploc bags, extra Ziploc bags, for when you travel. You never know what you might need them for. These have saved me so many times from a variety of things. And then in my handy dandy little bag here, I have a little train case here for cosmetics and toiletries. You can use one of the bags that open and hang on the door. You can travel with a traditional cosmetic bag. Whatever works for you is just fine. In here we have a variety of some travel size items, some Listerine, some Febreze, toothpaste. You should always bring travel size when you can. It saves you so much space, but you still get to bring everything that you want to bring. And they're easy to find. You can find them just about anywhere. You can find them at the pharmacy, the grocery store, Walmart, Target. In here I have some examples of some of the things I mentioned in the list. Here is a little eyeglass repair kit that you can buy, usually at the pharmacy. And it just has some extra screws and things. If you're a person who wears eyeglasses, it's really not negotiable if they break, and you may not need have another pair and you need to fix them. Here I have sewing kit. You never know when you're going to need a safety pin, or when a button falls off and you need to make a repair on the fly. Little first aid kit, Band-Aids. little cleansing wipes. I also always make sure I have some sort of painkillers with me, like aspirin or Tylenol or ibuprofen. I have a little mini lotion here, little mini lint roller. You can get just about anything in the mini sizes these days. Another thing that's important to remember for something that could happen on your trip is these are little mini packets of Woolite. Individual one-time things in case you really do need to wash something in the sink in your hotel. You have soap. Now I know like a lot of these things sound like you can get them anywhere on your trip, but depending on your location, that's not always true. So you really want to go prepared. And besides, you don't want to spend your vacation running around trying to find something to fix whatever problem has come up. Another thing that was on my list was an umbrella. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen somebody on vacation soaking wet because they didn't bring an umbrella. That's just clearly just bad planning. So then when you start to pack your suitcase, you're going to want to put the bulkier things on the bottom, like the shoes, and then things like pajamas, you can actually take them and roll them up, and they fit nicely in those little grooves you have on the bottom of your suitcase from where the handle comes up that you can still feel through your suitcase. Those are nice to fill that space because that's wasted space. You don't want to do that. And then try to think about what you're going to use in what order when you get to your location and pack it backwards. So something like pajamas, you won't be using until that night, but you might need your sweater as soon as you get there. So think about that as you're layering your suitcase. Anything that's going to wrinkle, like a pair of slacks, put them on top, lay them on top. I always use the little snaps in my suitcase too to try to keep everything in order. Underneath the top layer, I like to do sections, and organize it in 2 sections in my suitcase so that you have your layers coming up like this and then your top layer across. So I hope you found some of these tips helpful to be prepared and organized for your next trip. Please like and subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me, and bon voyage!